This girl lets her cravings win. Big mistake. She eats a bun from a stranger, totally ignoring Stranger Danger 101. She barely takes 2 steps. Before her brain starts glitching out, the shopkeeper sees the lag and signals the creep in the car. The guy rushes out and covers her mouth instantly, shoving her into the van like a sack of potatoes. Sad fact, she isn't the first one to get snatched. In India, this kind of horror story drops daily. Criminals target the solo girls nobody watches. Like, for example, this girl selling flowers on the street. She's already on their radar as the next target. And sure enough, just a few days later, the flower girl vanishes into thin air. But this time, they messed with the wrong city. A female cop takes notice. She's got 0 chill and max combat stats. When she works a case, she goes full god mode. Fast, aggressive, efficient. One time she's patrolling and sees some punks causing trouble. She shouts at them to stop, trying to keep the peace. But clearly, these guys have a death wish. They start threatening her. The cop loses her patience instantly. She delivers a slap that resets his factory settings. The whole squad is shook. The punk is stunned, probably seeing stars, but here's the kicker. He pulls out his phone, trying to record her to complain. The audacity. The cop literally laughs at him. Imagine reporting the police to the police. She slaps him again for being dumb and hands him over to her team. On her way home from that beatdown, she meets the flower girl. She buys her food, showing her soft side, and promises to celebrate her birthday. But when the big day comes, the girl is nowhere to be found. The cop asks everyone on the street, but nobody has a clue. So the cop decides to camp the spawn point. She plants a spy near the shelter, telling him to watch for any sus NPCs, any creepy behavior. The spy follows orders and spots a guy acting super weird. This creep loves taking sneaky pics of girls. The cop plays it cool to lure him in, offering him a free ride. The moment this idiot gets in the car, the cop exposes his entire trafficking operation. They start grilling him. Did you sell the flower girl? Before he can spill the tea, a guy on a motorcycle drives by and deletes him. The cop sprints out of the car. She actually catches the shooter. But plot twist, he gets sniped immediately too. It turns out, this isn't just a gang, it's a whole syndicate. They keep the missing girls locked up together. The Kingpin brainwashes them daily, dangling rewards in front of them, telling them if they behave, they'll get luxury trips and fine dining. It's all lies. The innocent girls believe the hype, but reality is about to hit hard. They are being prepped for an auction. And they are the items. Beautiful girls standing on stage, wearing price tags, treated like literal products on a shelf, rich creeps bidding to take them home. It's a dark trade between the wealthy and these monsters. Back at the station, the cop is grinding for clues. She hacks a suspect's phone and finds a lead. She identifies the Kingpin's partner, but the Kingpin knows she's coming. He doesn't back down. He actually calls her to taunt her. Savage, to punish her for meddling. He sends goons to her husband's pharmacy. They trash the place and humiliate him, hanging dirty shoes around his neck. But the harassment doesn't stop there. The next morning, a pink box arrives. Inside is a severed finger, and it has a name written on it. It's the flower girl's name. This level of cruelty shocks the cop and her husband. This is way out of pocket. Absolutely unhinged behavior, but this only fuels her rage. She won't stop until this guy is finished. She swears it on her badge. She goes back to the phone data, scanning photos for any new leads. She spots another sus guy in the gallery. She puts on a disguise and tails him to a quiet alley. But the guy has spidey senses. He knows he can't 1v1 her, so he hides in a toilet. By the time she breaches the door, he's already taken a pill and checked out. Another lead dead. She has to pivot again. Suddenly the Kingpin calls again. Big mistake, buddy. This call reveals a weakness. The Kingpin really cares about his henchman, Vakji. The cop rushes back to base. She raids Vakji's inventory and finds a golden clue. Vakji gets all his clothes from one specific tailor shop. This isn't RNG, it's a pattern. She disguises herself again and interrogates the tailor. He spills that Vakji is close to a certain woman, a former madam. The cop goes solo to visit her. The woman in white seems super nice, welcoming her in like a grandma. She offers coffee. and adds a spoonful of sugar. The cop lets her guard down. She takes a sip. As she drinks, the woman drops the act. She reveals the Kingpin is her son. Suddenly, the room starts spinning. The cop passes out. She got played. When she wakes up, she's tied to a bed. The villain she's been hunting is standing right there, but he doesn't kill her. That would be too easy. He wants to humiliate her. He plans to gift her to an old creep, just to satisfy his ego. The Kingpin leaves, and a fat old guy waddles in. Look at this guy, absolute trash tier. He thinks he's about to have fun, but he forgot one thing. This isn't a victim, it's a boss fight. The cop breaks free instantly. She grabs the old guy and drags him out by the collar. See, before visiting the mom, she scouted the area for days. She noticed a man visiting often. Her instincts told her it was a trap, so she went in prepared, hiding a blade in her shoe. While she was tied up, she cut the ropes. Now she's holding the old guy hostage, demanding the Kingpin release the girls. The Kingpin has no choice. He lets the girls go, but the cop isn't leaving yet. She drags the Kingpin to an empty room. It's time for the 1v1 showdown. She wants to teach him a lesson about consequences. She beats him down effortlessly, but he's still running his mouth. "This is India," he says. "My power is infinite. I'll be out of jail in 5 minutes. The cop hears this and nods. "Fine then. You won't make it to the jail." She pummels him again, breaking his spirit. She walks away, leaving him on the floor for the girls to find. It's revenge time, ladies. The girls swarm him, paying back every ounce of pain. In the end, the police dismantle the whole ring. All the criminals get arrested, and the cop's legend continues. I'm a buy. If you like this beatdown, smash that like button. Don't forget to follow. See you in the next video. Justice served. Peace out.